Hey, my name is Bill. I'm part of We Are Change. We were at the Tea Party.
Yeah.
And we were some of the ones leaving the DVDs out. And I'm wondering what Heather finds funny about the Obama deception. It's pretty scary to me because you can research everything there, and it's not funny. It's real and it's scary.
No, I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong. And there's some things.
All you have to do is say conspiracy theory, and everyone goes, "Oh, it's crazy people."
Bill,
these are just facts that are there. That
okay.
are not
Billy,
I'm not...
Billy, here's the thing. Sometimes there's facts. Sometimes there's a bunch of hypotheses and theory in some of these things. She didn't attack any of the movies specifically for any of their points, but
she just said Obama deception, and it was funny. There's nothing funny about it. It's real.
I don't believe that the entire film is absolutely 100% factually real. I don't believe
Billy, I've seen it and I've done research, and there are misnomers in that film. So it's not 100% accurate. It's got some interesting points. It's got some things that should be concerning, but it's not 100% accurate.
Throw this out there, Billy. I appreciate the DVDs. Thank you very much. And like I said, I enjoyed them.
And thank you for not charging for them, by the way.
That was cool.
Very cool.
The idea that I have to watch it and agree with every single thing is ludicrous. I don't just sit down and watch this movie and go, oh my gosh, the Obama deception. Because if you were to watch this, and I didn't rewatch that one. The last time I saw that was last year, and I watched it somewhere else, so I didn't rewatch it. So I'm sorry.
It's been a while for me, too.
Exactly. So I can't give you a specific off the top of my head because I haven't seen it in over a year. But I'm not going to let myself watch one piece of what comes across as propaganda and believe that therefore is the entire truth of the story. Are there things in there I think we should question and research and look into? Sure, plenty of stuff. I do wonder about these organizations. I do wonder who sits around and comes up with our financial policy and who's been appointed into the Fed, and all of those things are I think, justified questions. But does that mean I think there's some grand global conspiracy? No. Am I going to believe everything that Alex Jones says? No. The guy is kind of a loon.
And let's be perfectly honest, and I've had many shows on this, the guy's been caught flat out lying many, many, many times.
You know how I equate it? It's the same thing for me. I don't like Michael Moore, right? Can't stand Michael Moore. Think he's a disgusting, awful human being. At the same time, completely enjoyed Bowling for Columbine because I know it's not real in there. I watched it, and I'm going, this is the best piece of propaganda I've seen in a long time. He's a fabulous filmmaker. That was a great movie, and I really enjoyed it, even though I know that most of it's not true, and that it was all spliced together, and that he did all sorts of things to make this movie happen. As far as propaganda goes, though, entertaining. And that's what propaganda is supposed to be, and it's supposed to hook you. It's the same thing for me with the Obama deception. It was a fabulous piece of propaganda. I found it very entertaining, and yeah, by the end of it, you're scared. because you think that Obama probably was born of the devil. Okay, so I don't know. I don't know why people can't just appreciate that it's propaganda. Some things are true, some things are not. And propaganda is an interesting aspect of art and culture and movie and filmmaking that we should appreciate.
We have relied on something, and I've addressed this before. We've relied on something in the kind of new way of doing things, and some of the older Americans out there are guilty of this as well, but we sit down and we read a book. Because we read that book is 100% factually correct. And it's not. You got to understand, who wrote the book? Some guy who gets paid to sit down and type stuff. I mean, that's it. Sometimes they have credentials that can help them in a field. Sometimes they do not. Sometimes it's just a smart individual who researched a topic over a year or two. Sometimes it's not. And that's something you have to, just because you read a book or read something in a book does not make it true. It's the same thing with a documentary or any of that. You have to take it with a grain of salt. Sometimes there's a grain of truth. Sometimes there isn't. Sometimes it's propaganda, which is, by the way, a form of art. As Heather pointed out, propaganda is designed to be a form of art. So you can't take everything that you sit down and see 100% because somebody else put it all together in one piece for you. Jennifer, welcome to News Radio 840.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hi. I was just listening to what you were saying about Obama, and it just seems like you never talk how Obama, Bill Clinton, and Bush are the same thing. They're all from the same global elite that's running our country.
Jennifer!
Well, hey,
hold on a second. Do you have any idea why the Clark County Republican Party hates my guts right now? Because Bush and Obama got the same policy.
Every time somebody brings up the NWO, you hang up on it.
No, I haven't. I haven't hung up on anybody who brought up the New World Order.
You hung up on Billy just last week.
Oh, he was
because he was talking about the NWO.
Well, if you start getting off your rock...
Hit buffers, are you serious?
He was very calm, and he was speaking, and it says,
No, Jennifer, no.
That you treat
Billy called today.
But they hang up on it.
Jennifer, Billy called today.
Was that him?
And Billy was argumentative today. And because he was argumentative and because he wasn't having a dialogue, kind of like what you're trying to do right now, he had to go.
One of the things I want to ask you is you said that you researched the Obama deception and that, you saw things in there that didn't make sense.
I'm not talking about conspiracy movies again. I just got done saying, if you want to debate the conspiracy theory, find me on Facebook. I'll be more than happy to do it next week. But she called about his nuclear strategy.
Well, when you lie to get on the air, we're probably
You're going to get hung up on. That's just how it is. Now, this is not a 3-hour show to talk about one person, one issue, and some scumbag who I've proven wrong thousands of times. And I'm not going to talk about their product. It's not what it is. Now, if they want to pay me to talk about it, they can do that.
It's very simple. If you're curious, go watch it, then do some research. That's all that I was saying. That I don't really agree with everything that's in there.
And the thing is not everything is true. There's plenty of people out there who have debunked a lot of it. Some of it is true. But it's not 100% accurate.
Yeah, but I'm not... Hello?
So what? Quit harping about it. You didn't make the damn movie. You're not the one making money off of it. It's not a big deal. Just go out and actually go to a website that debunks it and just see if they make a reasonable case at least on some of the things. Because I've looked at some of them, and some of the things that they're saying that is incorrect in the movie are actually true, and they're wrong. But just see who makes the best case. For crying out loud, it's not that hard. Jeez.
But conspiracy theory debating is fun, and we do it from time to time, but we've done that already this morning, so I think it's best to move on.